Right, we got a orange Rockerverb here. This is my last job for the year before I sign off and a few days to myself. I just thought I'd make a video about this one because it was kind of funny. For me anyway, probably not for anyone else. So this one just came in just for some routine servicing, just replaced most of the valves in it. The output valves are pretty mismatched and pretty microphonic. 5 out of the 7 preamp valves in a phase inverter were pretty microphonic and noisy and stuff as well, so banged them in, did some just routine servicing, you know, tightening all the hardware, checking everything. And another issue that possibly caused the fuse to pop in this was one of the tabs of that voltage selector was hard up against the mains, that red mains input wire off the fuse, which you can sort of just see there. I tucked that away from it as well, so it looked like the jacket had been pierced, so no real evidence of arcing, but the fuse might have popped before anything happened. I don't know. Anyway, so that's not a potential issue anymore either. So anyway, so yeah, I finished up on pretty much everything on this, and then I put it back in the cabinet, and then Reverb stopped working, and I just popped this camera up on this crappy stand thing I've got. Yeah, so the Reverb stopped working, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out what was going on with it. So we had, you know, I just followed the sort of methodical way of troubleshooting a fault with an amp, but that will lead you astray if something out of the ordinary is happening. So in this instance, I checked, you know, I thought, oh, maybe one of the brand new valves failed. That happens sometimes. I've put a brand new preamp valve in an amp before, and works fine for about 10 minutes, and then it'll just conk out and just be completely dead for no bloody reason. That happens sometimes. So yeah, check that, and then going on from there, it was still good with a different valve in there, so in the driver stage. So I just traced the signal, you know, through there, checked it going through that valve, made sure it was getting to the valve, and then through the transformer, and then found that there was nothing on the secondary. So I thought, oh, have I got a dodgy reverb transformer? Did that just fail for no reason between me unplugging everything and putting it back in the cabinet? Anyway, so I scratched my head on that one for a little bit, and then I thought, look, maybe I'll just sub in another Reverb driver transformer just for you know, just to test that. So I haven't got a don't have an orange type 1 installed. Different footprint to the Fender style one, like this one here. Oh, this is a Mojo Tone one, but same thing. But just before I decided to do that, I just had this light bulb go off in my head to swap the Reverb cables over. So like, I did check that initially, but I didn't think, because the colors matched up, that it would be an issue. You know, I wouldn't really think about it beyond that. But as it happens, the black plug goes into the red jack, and you know, the red one goes into the white one. So that was kind of funny, but also a little bit frustrating, because it took a bit of time to find that. But just as you saw, I just plugged it in backwards like that, and here's proof that is the correct way it goes. Let's just put our guitar on. There we go. Oh, I've got to plug the guitar into the amp, don't I? That'll make a difference. You see the knobs there? There we go. All right, so there we go. Proof that, you know, I was beating myself up thinking I was an idiot, but illogical stuff like that happens every day, and it always gets you by surprise. go, it works. And yeah, I just thought I did, when I was having issues with that, with the trying to figure out what was going wrong, I did do a little bit of research, just looking at old forum posts and stuff to see if it was like a really common fault that happened, because sometimes certain models will have something about them and they'll all have this fault or something like that. I did come across a few posts of people saying that they've had a lot of these sort of problems. So I wonder if there's other amps out there that just had the nonsensical connectors to the tank mixed up. You know, you wouldn't blame anyone for that happening. Anyway, so that's sorted now. If you're the owner of this amp watching this, I would probably say I'll contact you in the new year to collect this one. So what I'm going to do now is put it all back together, and then once the amp's actually back together, I'd like to run them for a couple of hours once they're all reassembled, just to make sure no other weird faults occur out of nowhere. So yeah, anyway, that's it for me. Hopefully I can start creating some more videos. I'm starting to get more and more interesting jobs and having little ideas for stuff here and there. Main thing is just working on speaking well, and it's very hard not to say that. I noticed if you're trying to talk and not thinking about it too much, it's quite easy to say the wrong words or explain something that you understand in your head, but then when the words come out and you hear them back, it just sounds like complete and utter nonsense. So anyway, I hope you all have a good holiday period, Christmas, whatever thing, and New Year and all that stuff. And yeah, if you actually made it to the end of this, thanks. I hope you enjoyed it.